What is going on, guys? Welcome back. Commentary for you. Want to thank my sponsor, Steel Supplements. Link and discount code down in the description. Also, I'm a Webull preferred influencer. Use that link in the pinned comment. Deposit just $5. They will give you at least $11 in free stock. Want to thank a lot of people in the community that brought this to my attention. And to be fair, if you're in the honeymoon phase with this game, if you think this is the greatest game ever, I really do feel happy for you. But sooner or later, it is going to set in. This game just does not live up to its expectations or even what they advertised to us. This year, fatigue was going to be a big thing in terms of team building. Getting a team all the way through the season. Going right here, in practice intensity, they're showing you how important fatigue was. And it just does not work in the game. Does this really matter to you when playing Madden? Bring him back in. Maury has determined this is a lie when it comes to gameplay improvements. I don't even know how they fix this in a patch because it never should have been released this way. What I'm about to show you is embarrassing for a AAA title. So we're going to go through and look at a lot of gameplay here. I want you to understand everyone is at 100%, okay? Now, I've got T.Y. Hilton out here, who is one of the older receivers in the league, but also a speed receiver. So his fatigue should be going down rapidly as he's running all the way down the field constantly. I am literally running 4 verticals the entire time. So as you can see, the only player's fatigue that is being impacted is the player catching the ball. T.Y. Hilton can run down this field all day long, and it does not affect him. But Jonathan Taylor is going to have his fatigue impacted because apparently this game only calculates fatigue of players that are involved in the play. How unacceptable is something like this? You're telling me this matters when you release a game in this fashion. Now, I know some people might say, that's not true. So here I go with a pass to Pascal. Say that 5 times fast. And you'll notice initially, he does not have a fatigue drop, but he will later on. You'll also see that Jonathan Taylor is going to get taken out of this game because of the fatigue, while T.Y. Hilton, who I'm just simply not throwing the ball to, continues to sprint down the field time and time and time again. So here's Pascal on his second pass and catch, and you can see now when we go out, Frank Wright's like, yeah, keep going. T.Y. Hilton can run all day. He's not even getting tired. Obviously, now you can see Pascal is impacted. Why? Because the second pass went to him. Now the game can calculate his fatigue. Apparently, it can't without the player catching the ball. Go right back to Taylor, and we're going through players trucking down the field. Taylor's getting tired. You're going to see here when I go back out to 4 verts. You love how the defense adapts to this, don't you? Goes right back, and you can see Taylor is now out of the game. Marlon Mack is in the game. Why? Because I threw 2 to 3 passes to him. Now he's tired. Meanwhile, T.Y. Hilton all the way down to the end zone. Still breaking man coverage, by the way, but I'm not trying to win this game. I'm trying to show you how broken this game is. So you mean to tell me that this game is incapable of actually having fatigue work within the game from play to play, but I'm supposed to pretend it's going to matter for the entire season. I'm supposed to game plan around this. I'm supposed to pick free agents up so that they can be fresh halfway through a season if I get a starter hurt and actually have a meaningful impact. Yet this game can't seem to figure things out unless the player touches the ball. Now, everyone does get refreshed here after the 2-minute warning, which is nice. But as you can see, we just continue to showcase the same problem over and over. I could literally do this all day. I only do it for a drive that, of course, culminates in a touchdown while I run the same play over and over and over because this game doesn't have adaptive AI. I know you guys like to think it does. Here's a beautiful throwaway, by the way. I know you guys think that it has adaptive AI, but it really doesn't. So they spent all this time sitting around at that round table talking about franchise improvements. They put these slides together showing us beautiful coverage there to back off Taylor. I don't even know how this is a touchdown, by the way. I was shocked that it was. Of course, challenges don't work in this game because there's no referees on the field, so it's going to stand no matter what. The computer doesn't even know to challenge it, and the replay doesn't really even show you clearly that it is a touchdown. It cuts away like at the last second here because this is, broadcast style. Doesn't even show the ball breaking the plane. I guess because the pylon with the camera fell down. I don't know. But again, the things they sell us just are not there. Inexcusable. AAA title, putting out marketing, creating hype for a game that does not work. If you're excited about this game, if you're happy about this game, if you're proud to own this game and play it, I congratulate you. But you're also looking past things, like this towel that moves once I pause the game still, and Madden face in the background. Because anyone that looks at this video critically and understands that I'm showing you a massive flaw within this game that is so simple. I mean, let's be honest. We're not asking someone to be a rocket doctor here and determine someone's fatigue based on how far they've ran, the intensity of which they run, their height, their weight, their position, if they're interacting with different players. All we're asking for is fatigue that works evenly across the board. EA can't accommodate that. They somehow can only calculate fatigue. A player in Madden, in the EA Madden sphere, you only get tired if you're actually holding the ball and running with it. If you're not holding the ball and running with it, then you must not be exerting any energy. How simple is that program logic? This is a next-gen console. Next-gen consoles, and EA can't figure out how to harness the game computing player fatigue unless they have the magical ball in their hand that makes them tired. Guys, I've made a lot of videos about Madden in my day. I've seen a lot of complaints. I actually had one earlier. Had a bunch of complaints earlier that I don't even cover because they're not that big of a deal to me, right? But the video I did before this, where penalties aren't in the game properly, and this video right here, where fatigue unequivocally does not work. These are two major parts of football. Now, for those of you that say I never say or do anything positive with Madden, I've got a surprise for you. If you watched my positive video last year, I've got another positive video coming up this year. It's going to premiere tonight. I hope you guys are there to watch it. I know you'll love it. I also do want to say, in advance of tomorrow's video, there is something that Madden does really well, and I do want to speak about it and showcase it, just as these issues have been showcased. I showcase these hoping EA will fix them. There is something EA does good. I worry they're going to patch it out of the game, but clearly they need to sit down and patch these things that are broken in the game. And honestly, the game should not even release like this. You're paying to play this game 3 days early. You're paying for the privilege with Game Pass or EA Play to play this game now, and to say that it's not finished is an understatement. This isn't even functioning. If you work on this game, there should be some degree of embarrassment, and there should be some desire to pridefully come out and acknowledge these things don't work, and just like we saw last year, don't just make a commitment to add things to the game, right? Don't just do things to do them. Make a commitment to add them to the game correctly. That way the gamer can appreciate it and want to play your game more. This, to me, is a result of just adding something to add it. They want to add fatigue, we'll give them fatigue. They want to have penalties real to life, we'll give them penalties. But when you don't do it with a care, when you don't do it with a passion and a love for what you're working on, this is the end result. Love to know your guys' thoughts on this. If you feel like this is not as big of a deal as I do, appreciate you watching this video, and you know, when a company can't even get a game to compute fatigue without a player touching a ball, it should go without saying that I will be back in a week with more comments.